Good morning. It's Happy Halloween Week Friday. So my intention is to do some free readings for people who may be feeling in need of a little reading, a little inspiration, a little nudge in the right direction from the spirit world. So good morning and happy Halloween Friday. If you're watching, hi Kavita. Okay, I'm just sharing this on my Facebook page, on my timeline, and then I'm going to start off as usual with a card for everybody. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Sandra. Love the pumpkins. We do love a pumpkin. There's lots of pumpkins in this house. Lit up pumpkins, real pumpkins, pottery pumpkins, and of course there are the new, rather beautiful, glittery fairy mushrooms that have come in a pair, which I'm really fond of. I'm loving these, and they're so pretty. I like uplifting things around me in the house, and to me that means light, glittery, and things which fire up my passion for life. And the card for everybody watching is out of this deck, which is Spellcasting Oracle by Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Micklejohn. Free! And the card, which is for everybody. Lisa likes my fairy mushrooms. So does Kavita. I love them. When I saw them, my heart just leapt. I guess that's my inner child. But I do think it's important to keep our inner child comfortable, happy, because we carry them with us for the whole of our lifetime. Good morning, Chantel. Good morning, Philip. Good morning, Diane. And now I'm coming around to the card, which has come out of that deck for the group energy. Whether you're watching it live or on replay, today's card is Passion. Ignite your passion. What's your passion? What are you passionate about? The lady on the card is dancing. This is symbolic of freeing up the energy, the creativity, the divine inspiration and the fire within you. So what ignites your passion, whatever it is, it's always part to do with your soul's desire and your soul's wish and what will fulfill you in this lifetime. It's different for everybody, and it would be very difficult if it was the same, let's face it, but whatever fires you up, you should do lots of. So hi Tara, I know that your art fires you up, that it makes you happy, that it connects you to the spirit world. And while I'm looking at Tara and thinking those happy thoughts, which inspire me as well, because I love art. I've got lots of friends who are beautiful artists, digital artists, and also those that like to paint with watercolours and acrylic paints. Art, some beautiful, beautiful artwork that I've been lucky enough and privileged enough to receive from friends. It lights up my life. And Tara, we're going to have a card for Tara. Let's see what comes out. Tara, don't be hesitant. Before I pull the card out of the deck, I sense there is a hesitancy in your energy to do with your spiritual work. There's a hesitancy about actually saying it and really getting into that current of flow. When you sense something, when you feel something, you really do. That is spirit coming. And to let yourself go with that flow, will open the door more. So I feel like you put one foot through the doorway and then half a step back, and you're hesitant, all right? You're on that threshold, but you can do it. In fact, it's one of the things that you are going to conquer in this lifetime. It's one of your life growth lessons. And your card is very nice. Home. Home, okay? It's very important that your home and your foundations and your base around you is stable. Now, as I look at that, I feel that there is this wave of energy that goes under the house. Under the house. This is symbolic, and this tells me that everything is not as settled and as smooth as it could be in your life and your home base. Okay, so what I also want to talk to you is about the reflection in your energy field with the home environment. There's always that bigger picture where there is a mirror. So I want you to do some real looking within yourself and get right down into your base chakra energy. And I want you to look into what you carried forward into this lifetime that you're holding in your energy, which is manifesting through your home environment. This is the way it will always work. The outside reflects what's going on inside. All right, so I will go a step further for you with this in the investigation on this subject, because I want to talk to you about you having brought in karmic energy, which is past life energy, Tara. And I know that I am looking now, I'm receiving pictures in my mind from my guide of a group of people, a mother and children, who are being evacuated, as in kicked out of a home environment. And I believe you were that mother with children. This is a past life. Working on that will clear the energy that is not as stable and as free-flowing as it could be around your foundations and around your home, your base energy. So I'd love for you to work with that, to go into that energy that's within you, and to just sit quietly when you have the time and ask the guides and the angels to come forward and to help you. Now, I also want to say to you, Archangel Sandelphon, who is stepping forward and is asking you to invite him. Archangel Sandelphon is very much to do with earth, nature, and also the earthly foundations. So he would be perfect for you. Okay, all right. So let's now see who else has joined me this morning. Hi Renee, hi Veronica. Do keep commenting if you're watching this live, because I only see three names on the feed at one time, and if you don't comment, I don't know that you're still there. Right. So when I go quiet, this is because I'm waiting for Spirit to light up one of those names for me. And okay, I want to come next to Renee, R-A-N-A-Y. Didn't catch your second name as it then went up my screen. I do feel, Renee, that you are adjusting to things around you. You are adjusting energetically. There is some shifting going on in your energy. So as I bring my thoughts across to you, I feel that during the process of this shifting, there may have been some tears as you let go. Tears are good, good release. It's very appropriate to let emotions out, and I feel your emotions have bound you up. And as I say this, I'm kind of drawn to around your sacral chakra, and I'm sure you and everyone watching knows that our sacral chakra is about our relationships. So I know that there's been some tough going in your relationships, but this is clearing. Those old patterns are clearing in your energy. As I read your vibration, there is a clearer path coming up for you for your life on the relationship front. Okay, more security, I feel, because that's the word that I've just heard in my ear, security. And it's more leveling out, and you're going to then be able to expand your flow more, expand, because you're not being pulled and feeling jittery by other people's energy as much. So you are growing and you're stepping into your sovereignty, into your power. You are deciding what's appropriate, what's acceptable, and what isn't, and you're becoming more boundaried. So let's find you a card from the magical spell casting oracle. Not that I'm doing spells. If I were, it would be beautiful white magic calling in the forces of nature to cleanse the planet. However, I thought the cards were good for Halloween Friday. So this card is for Renee. Let's see. I also feel that I want to tell you that there is spirit around you bringing you comfort, because I'm picking up the energy of a lady in spirit who brings you comfort and wraps her energy around you, and I'm sure that you will feel this gentle wrapping of her energy around you when you're sitting quietly. You're not mistaken. You are feeling the energy of this lady coming in around you, who I believe is family. So you've got a lovely support and comfort connection going on there. Now, for some reason, this lady shows me a picture in my mind of a pond or water with goldfish or fish of some description in the water. So this will either be a memory, or it's something that's around you or that's imminent to be around you, to give you verification that this lady's soul is with you. And I also get this impression that you like music, because one of my guides is symbolically showing me a stringed instrument, and that's my symbol for music helps you relax and unwind, and to do listening to music is good for you. I'm going to leave you with that, Renee, and oh, Lisa Parkinson has just written, while she connected with her magical tree this morning, I came in as the fairy queen, bringing in beautiful light fairy energy. That's so beautiful. Actually, it's been said several times that people have seen this fairy aspect to me, and as I understand it, it's an aspect of my higher self. And when we connect with other people, we are connecting on a vibration, and so it's not unusual to sense other aspects of people we connect to with us. It happens to me a lot with my friends, and thank you for commenting. Oh, and Renee's come back to me and she said she could cry, it's so resonant. And grandmother, yes, yes. Oh, and she loves music and dance. I'm so happy for you. I really am. And thank you for feeding me back. I had a card in my hand. Where was I going with the card? I can't believe this. Who was the card for? I veered off, didn't I? Well, so I'm going to just say then that the card, I'll read what I feel about the card, and it will be for whoever I picked it out for, but it may also resonate with other people too. And the card is clarity. We all need clarity, let's face it. We come in as spirit of light and then we get draped in veils of illusion of all sorts as we come into the heavier physical realms. And clarity is what we need and why we have guides and why we have the help of the fairies and all of the elementals of light and the angelic realms and the spirit guides and family. We've got so much help, all different kinds to bring us clarity. If clarity is what you seek, set your intention, give yourself a moment and ask for spirit to help you, because as soon as a higher being of light, a spirit of light, connects to your energy, they infuse it with light. As everyone knows, light clears shadow and it lights up the way ahead so that you can see, sense and know what the next right course of action is to take. Okay. Excellent. Right, Renee, I think you're right. I think I was. I think I was with you. You said you believe it was for you, but your grandmother came in. Yes, she did. I really love your grandmother's energy, so caring. I enjoyed feeling her come into my auric field and space. Good morning with the pumpkins to Diane. Good morning to Rachel. Did you do the work on yourself that I gave you the message for? I think it was yesterday, to do that past life clearing. How did you get on? I'm sure everyone would be interested to know. We have to take things one step at a time. There will be priority. Spirit will give you a message and then you do the work, you clear, you shift, and then you're ready for the next piece of work. Hi Denise. Right, so I'm just coming back again to my comments. And I'd like to come next across to a lady called Diane Lawson. Diane Lawson, as I link to your energy, there's a lot of spirit with you. There's a lot of spiritual activity. As I perceive your energy field, I'm looking at the layers, the levels of energy around you. So I'm looking at the layers that come out from your body, the emotional, the mental, the astral, then the higher spiritual levels of you. And I absolutely can see that on all of those levels you're connected, and there is angelic energy, there are angels with you. And I also feel that you've been praying, because I hear the word praying. In other words, you've been invoking and you have been asking spirit to help you. And I'm picking up on that because clearly they've heard you, as they always do, and want me to tell you for confirmation. And I believe you're trying to shift and clear energy around you. And I also feel you're trying to make sense of things that have either happened or are happening, or both, around you. So it's, you are clearing your pathway. And because I believe you want to move forward. You want to move forward on your pathway. And you are looking at the ties that bind, what holds you back, why and what needs to be cleared. So as I stay with you, I want to talk to you about your solar plexus and your personal power, and how this area needs clearing up, and embodying more of your sovereignty, and owning your power, and stepping into that light. It doesn't imply being harsh. You're not a harsh person. What it does imply is filling yourself with golden light and the knowledge that you are a divine creator, and the times that you have allowed other people to hold you back, then this pattern ceases to replicate and duplicate, and you become far more perceptive and aware of what would happen if you overgive to this person, or you allow that person to put their stuff onto you, I want to say, overload you with their stuff, because I do feel you have taken on a lot of other people's stuff. Right, so I want to, you've got this beautiful spiritual connection, because I've now got gold coming down from above your crown into your mind. So I know that Spirit are telling me you're very connected. I want also to give you a card in a minute. I also feel there's a part of you that asks, how do I do it? How do I do it? Well, the answer to that is you keep this connection to the light that you have, and you ask your guides and the angels to inspire you. And when you relax and you allow them to bring the fresh and the new thoughts into your mind, your perception alters, and you have these light bulb moments. And when our perception alters, our energy shifts and it changes. It's the light bulb, the enlightenment moment, where we see things differently. This is a part of the way we clear. It's in the changing of our perception. Our thoughts and our beliefs create our lives. So a part of you is destroying yourself with lack of faith in yourself, or lack of faith in your ability. That needs to change. And I think I'm pretty on spot with on the mark with that being the crux of the matter. You've got the power. The personality self needs to step in, own it, and know it, and not hang back from doing that. So let's see, Diane. Let's see what might come out of the cards. This is for Diane. I also know that there's a grandfather in spirit with you, Diane. I've got a male energy that I know is family come in, and I feel he brings his strength to you. I feel that he was quite straightforward, quite an upright character, and I feel that he's telling me that he wants more out of life for you, and that he wants to help you, and he's one of your inspirers around you who helps you to be strong and to make good decisions. He's telling me good decisions for yourself. I feel that a lot of your decisions have been those which benefit other people. You've looked to do the right or the best thing for others, and you must think about yourself and do the right thing for you is so important, he's saying. He's just smiling at me now. Casually, smartly dressed gentleman here, not overweight. And I also feel he was perceptive, and he didn't suffer fools. He was intelligent, and he's telling me you're intelligent as well, and you can see through people. Don't let your compassionate side, overrule your logic is his message, okay? And your card, oh, you've got grieving. Okay, what do you still need to let go of, Diane? There must be some hurt, some energy blocking you. I also feel your concern for other people, and you pick up their grieving energy. So I want to talk to you about you having absorbed other people's lower energies and their grieving when you've been trying to help them, and this can be quite surreptitious in a way when your heart and your energy connects to someone and you are vibrating with them, you pick up their stuff. Watch out for that and let it go. Okay, so I leave you with those thoughts. Oh, Diane, she's grieving her son. Okay. So that makes sense then, isn't it? I'm really sorry to hear that, Diane. I really am. I feel this is also why the gentleman in spirit that's family that I would place as a grandparent has stepped forward, Diane. There's a lot of healing coming from him for you. I do need to leave you with that, but know that you're being helped, and also know it's a process, but things will lighten up and more evidence will be coming your way. This is what I am being asked to tell you. Things will brighten for you. Okay. Got other people here sending Diane love. Please, everyone who's watching, ask your spiritual connection, ask your angels, your helpers, to send the healing light to Diane. And I know that when a group of people do this, the flow of light and the impact when we work to help each other creates a huge light that can go to a person and really help. So let's just do that for a moment. I'm asking Archangel Azrael, who helps souls who are grieving and departed, to be with Diane and help her through the process. Alright, so lots of healers watching who I know are sending energy to Diane with their love. Yeah, Lisa's also sending love and light. Chantel saying a prayer. Oh, thank you for your feedback, Diane. And yeah, just keep breathing in the healing light. So, where am I? Where am I up to? I'm going to come to somebody else now. Chantel Ashmidir Haya. One day she'll tell me how to pronounce it properly, but there's only one Chantel. It's a lovely name, an unusual name. Chantel, you've got Unicorn Pegasus with you this morning, and I don't think it's a coincidence. I know I have been working with them this morning too, but I am quite sure that I see one of those ascended Unicorn Pegasus of light with you. I also want to talk to you about one spirit of a cat with you, and I want you to pick up as I'm talking on the fact that this soul of this cat is wanting me to confirm their presence to you. And as I link to the soul of the cat, I feel I'm walking up on surfaces in the house. I also feel that I'm very content, and this soul is not missing you because this soul is with you. Although they're not in the physical body, they have not and they will not be leaving you. There's a real love connection, a soul bond from the heart. And Chantel, what I'm just seeing is that this particular soul, this cat, you have known in another lifetime. I've got an Egyptian lifetime, and I've got this cat with you. And I know that you're priestess. And it's really interesting how you are very connected and you are priestess again in the modern world. And the same soul comes with you to help you. And I feel that you feel the same way about your other cat. I am just keeping an open mind on that connection, because I know that there's more to this than meets the eye. I know that it's a challenge on your path. Please take the time to communicate more with your cat in spirit that I'm linking with, recently departed cat, because this cat can communicate to you about the other cat and the whereabouts, etc. And it could well be that this is opening up, it's designed to open up a level of your perception. All right, there is a beautiful ability to communicate with the souls of animals with you, and you can get information directly from this beautiful, strong soul of the cat here. And the cat's just tapping something like a soft ball or a fluffy-ish thing like that with its hands. So I know that it's at rest and playful and happy with you. And do that work. As I'm still with you for a moment, there is this beautiful being of white light. It is an angel, pure white, with you, but so close that she is blended with your aura. And she's telling me about a part of your psyche that's locked down that will be a surprise to you when it opens. This is to do with your psychic and spiritual perception. So there is a whole part of you that's wanting, your soul wants to open up within you and bring that power through you again. And I do know it connects to that Egyptian priestess temple life. So I'm going to leave you with that. I will pick you a card though. I will pick you one of these spellcasting oracle decks. I know someone's asked me again what they are. I know I showed the cover at the beginning. Here it is again. Flavia Kate Peters, Barbara John Free. I also have the presence of a man in the spirit world, Chantel, who I believe is family, that would have liked to go for walks in nature. Fairly well built man. Quite a warmth to him, but also could be a little huffy, a little bit sensitive. Perhaps I'm on a grandfather link here. But he's coming in and he's just showing me himself huffing and puffing from the walking that he did or tried to do in life. So perhaps that's what he meant with the huffing and the puffing. Anyhow, that's that. He's got a nice personality, quite buoyant. Right, he was outgoing, he's telling me. So your card, and he liked to joke, he's telling me. I think he liked people and to be social, gatherings and being with people. And this is so strange because another card has got mixed up in the deck, Chantel. So I've picked up one from the Fairy Oracle deck by Karen Kay, quite by accident, but it clearly meant it to come to you. And it's the Fairy of Inspiration. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the Fairy of Inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. And I do feel this will happen when you're out in nature. So it's a bit of a push with the nature, being out and the walking in nature. And the connecting, I just think inspiration is going to come into your mind, and it may be inspiration about your cat, something there. All right, so relax. I know you will. I know that you will take the time to receive what Spirit are going to bring you further. Okay, so I'm going to leave you, Chantel, and come over to somebody else. Hi to Maria, hi to Vicky, hi to Lizelot. Vicky Dunn says she's new here. Is there anyone around me? We all have spirit around us all of the time, and they never actually go away. Yes, when they pass over the family and friends, they go through a process where they move through the higher vibrations, and they review their life, and then they're free to step backwards and forwards and connect to us in the earthly realms, and to guide us, to help us, and to give us love. Now there is a lady around you, Vicky Dunn. She is trying to come in and connect to me. Her energy is not she's not pushy, let me put it that way. When I sit here sometimes, if somebody had a very pushy energy, they push to show me that into my energy. And this lady is hanging back. She's definitely not pushy. She's a quieter type of personality, and she would have liked to do quiet things, nothing raucous. She didn't like crowds, and she didn't like loud people. I'm asking her to come closer to me in order that I can pick up more. She tells me that she likes animals, and she shows me a lead. This is a dog lead and a small dog. So I know that at one point in her life she would have had contact with a small dog that was taken out for walks. I also feel that she's wanted to come through to you before, and possibly she even has come through to you before. She was very neat. She liked things to be neat around her, because she's showing me like handwriting was neat. She's showing me like a little book or a journal. She would put that away. Even in a dress book, everything was very neat and tidy. She also shows me that she would have straight away cleaned up any dirt or leaves that came in the front door when she had been outside, didn't like any traces of mud or anything there on the carpet. She would have liked the curtains. She's showing me curtains in her house, smoothed down, hanging nicely, and she kept everything very clean and tidy. Organised, she's telling me organised. She liked to be organised, and she also liked things to be settled. Now, she also indicates to me that things haven't always been very settled, or perhaps they're not still completely settled around you, because I feel you're not quite sure what direction you want to go in right now, and she's urging me to tell you, take your time. There's nothing so urgent that it can't wait until tomorrow, she says, and she'll be quite particular about the right decisions, the right choices. And she also shows me money. So, and this is in the sense that she is telling me that money is a consideration of your next step and your next choices, and don't take the first thing that comes to mind or the first thing that's offered, she says, or wait, hold back. So I hope that will make some sense to you. Now, she also is showing me an old-fashioned, in her house, an old-fashioned, you know, the washing up tubs that you'll put in the sink and run the water into the tub rather than into the sink, like a plastic tub, quite a bright coloured one. So I hope that that makes sense to you. That's a memory. If you can't remember it right now, sit with it, and I'm sure where that comes in will drop into your mind. And I know that she steps back now, and I hope that that resonates with you. Okay. Right. Good morning, Michaela. Good morning, Brittany. Good morning, Emma. Good morning to Anne-Marie in France, who sent me a lovely unicorn. Good morning to Mina, who's asking her guardian angel to help her move forward. Brilliant. And just relax, be open to what comes through. And it may come through for you, Mina, in feelings. You'll just get a sense of perhaps changing your plan, changing what you're going to do, where you're going to go. And that's because your angel is showing you a better route, a better choice, a better place to go. And it can be from the small things, like don't go to this shop, go to that shop, and it can be to the bigger things. Always they help us from the bottom to the top. Hi Maria. Hi Denise. Okay, so I'm going to leave now, but I'll be doing many more of these, and of course you can book for a private one-to-one session for an hour, where I will be able to link for you for an hour and record it on Zoom. My website is jacquelinemarypiper.com, but I've got to teach an online class this morning at 11, so I'm going to go. Sending you love, blessings, and enjoy the rest of your Halloween Friday. Lots of love. Bye.